It's the second part of the crucial multi-phase elections that are taking place in Assam and West Bengal. We talk about Assam first. Voting is underway for the second and final phase of Assam Assembly elections. Polling is being held in 61 seats of Assam with 525 candidates in the fray. Now, more than 50,000 polling personnel have been deployed with security tightened across the constituencies, particularly those in 4 Bodoland territorial area districts where NDFBS militants are active, and in Goalpara district, which recently witnessed a bomb blast as well. The electoral battle will be a three-way contest between the ruling Congress, the BJP, AGP, BPF alliance and the AIUDF. While Congress looks forward to retain power for the 4th successive term, BJP called for a Parivartan and AIUDF aims to play the kingmaker in the formation of the next government. Among prominent candidates in the fray are Cabinet Minister Rakibul Hussain, Chandan Sarkar and Nazrul Islam of the Congress, former two-time AGP Chief Praful Mahanta, AIUDF Chief and Dubri MP Badruddin Ajmal, and former Congress Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, who revolted against the Chief Minister and joined the BJP earlier. Shifting focus to West Bengal now. West Bengal is having its Phase 1 Part B polling today. Yes, polling is presently underway in West Bengal. 70 lakh voters will choose among 163 candidates in 31 seats of West Midnapur, Bankura and Burdwan districts. About 70 lakh voters, as we just told you, will choose among 163 candidates in Phase 1B of the 2016 West Bengal Assembly elections. A total of 163 candidates, including 21 women, are contesting, and there are about 70 lakh voters out of the 31 constituencies. 13 seats are in Paschim Midnapur and 9 each in Bankura and Bardhaman. Security has also been tightened in view of the recent murder of a TMC worker, Joydev Jana, in Sabang. Clashes between CPM and TMC workers were also witnessed in Jamuria. 5-time CPM MLA from Narayangarh and leader of opposition Surja Kant Mishra. Senior state Congress leaders Manas Bhuiya are among the major candidates contesting polls in this phase.
There are 3 districts that have gone to polls today: West Midnapur, Bankura and parts of Burdwan district, and there are central paramilitary forces which have been deployed. If my camera person can just show you on the other side, there are central forces who are deployed right outside the polling station, and there are state forces as well. The security, of course, has been very tight this time around. There are quick response teams that have also been deployed in this part of the area. CCTV cameras have also been deployed, and of course, as we have been stating, it's peak summer and temperatures are soaring really high, and that's the reason why perhaps it explains why there are such long queues right in the morning as polling has begun in this part of the area. 31 seats, 31 very crucial seats in this leg of elections, the second leg of first phase, and a majority of them belong to the Trinamool Congress. It would be worth seeing whether the left and Congress combined is able to provide a stiff resistance to the Trinamool this time around in this phase. With camera person Tapas Bedi, Indrajit for India Today in Asansol, West Bengal.
Let's now quickly go across to Manugya Loiwal, who joins us this morning with all the latest on the elections that are happening in Assam as well as West Bengal. Morning, Manugya. Where exactly are you right now? And for 9:35, that's an unusual rush behind you, largely women.
Absolutely, Sanket. I don't have to say too much. The morning began around 5:30 a.m. for the voters in Assam. There were long queues, meandering queues that we've called in since morning, 5:30 a.m. Many of them have just walked out, and those people who've been waiting from 6 o'clock in the morning have got an opportunity to vote around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So you could imagine the rush. This is not just the rush. It seems as if something is being distributed for free, and perhaps that's what we put it in a way, that it's the right, the authority that the voters enjoy, and this this is the clear picture of dance of democracy that you see. Remember, 34% minority vote bank is a very strong vote bank in Assam, and this is what will be deciding factor in this season. And the meandering queues that you see behind me will just give you an idea of the enthusiasm and of course the alertness that the voters have in the state of Assam. Remember, 61 seats go for poll, and the fate of 525 candidates will be decided by around 1 crore voters. So you could imagine the kind of electorate that will be exercising their franchise today, and will also give you an idea on not just about the voter turnout, which we saw around 82% in the first phase. So you could expect that to be surpassed in this phase. Just 2 phases for the 126 seats that go for poll, but also the fate of important leaders like Himanta Biswa Sarma and AIUDF chief, as well as MP from Dhubri, Badruddin Ajmal, people like, and of course politicians like these, their fates will be sealed today in the EVM machines.
Absolutely, Manugya. Now that we have spoken about Assam, let's talk a little bit about West Bengal. Today is Phase 1B. And for the benefit of our viewers, this basically means that Phase 1 has been divided in 2 parts, A and B. And this is basically concentrating on the left-wing extremist areas. Today, if you could tell us a little about the areas that are going to polls in West Bengal. It includes West Midnapur, Bankura as well as Burdwan districts.
Well, absolutely. Extremely crucial districts. Burdwan has been seeing a lot of violence in the past. Midnapur, of course, has had the impact of Maoism. But given the fact that Bankura, we've seen that there were bombs were hurled, and of course, a lot of bombs were seized today. So this will give you an idea on the hint and, of course, the impact of violence that we've seen in West Bengal. There have been talks about it, but the fact that there are people roaming around in open with arms in their hands on an election date will just give you an idea on how it is being hinted, or is it just that electronic media is being used to impact and influence the voters and threaten them in certain way. Because when voters see that there are men in arms roaming around despite all the kind of assurances from the Election Commission of India, this could of course be an indirect threat to them of their safety. But there have been several instances where we've seen that there has been a higher voter turnout as far as West Bengal is concerned, where alertness and political education has been extremely high. So this was also one of those certain impact which we've seen. Asansol, despite being a BJP stronghold because of the MP Babul Supriyo and Union Minister now, but the fact that there has been a lot of infight in Trinamool Congress, you cannot ignore that. And that is perhaps the biggest problem for Trinamool Congress, which has been facing not just the infight but also the Sharada and the Narada sting operation recently that might have an impact on it. But one thing cannot be ignored, that this of course is the freedom of democracy and the democratic rights.
Absolutely. Manugya Lohewal, many thanks for joining us with all the latest on the Indian Political League, Phase 2 in Assam, the final phase, as well as Phase 1B in West Bengal.
Another news coming in, and a tragic one. Once again, a bus has rolled down into Chenab River in Jammu and Kashmir's Doda district. 5 commuters have been killed on the spot. Dozen others